All right, ladies and gentlemen, you won't believe what I just found, but there was Democrats have been crying, losing their minds over what just happened with the big beautiful bill. And of course, Trump says this is going to be one of the greatest things that ever happens to him. And a lot of people are confident in that because of his success in his first term. But before that, we got to talk about top Democrats crying. A few funny moments that we captured. Make sure to smash the like button. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, we covered her earlier. She's basically on the verge of tears here, just kind of losing her mind. But we do have a Democrat right here. Democrat congressman. Let's actually go here real quick because I want to read this. This is pretty crazy. He was just crying, acting like, he's very sad about what just happened. Democrat congressman sobbing on the steps of the U.S. Capitol like weepy children because they know it's over. Once 20 million criminal aliens are deported, they have no future, no path to power. They'll lose 25 House seats and every presidential for a generation. So basically, Democrats seem to be losing their minds, apparently, according to a lot of people, because of the fact that it's over, that they're going to lose, that they have no path to power anymore because their plans have been sabotaged. They'll lose 25 House seats and every presidential election for a generation. Permanent minority. They bet against America and America fought back. Now they are undone. The money is gone. The power is gone. The future is gone. And the modern Democrat Party is dead. Thank you so much for your donation. So yeah, he was on the Capitol steps. He was crying. He was just weeping and stuff like that, like a child, which is just pretty crazy because these are some top Democrats and some big time Democrats. And of course, you had Hakeem Jeffries losing his mind for about 9 hours, just yapping and yapping and yapping. He was glitching.
Assault on healthcare in the United States of America, people will die. Tens of thousands.
So tens of thousands, and then other people are saying tens of millions are going to die. They're going to die. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you, Dixie. And we also got SK sent $10. Thank you so much. And Ruby Hoove. So he's now, he went on in front of Congress and basically said that people are going to die by the millions because of this bill. That's how bad it's getting for them. Then you also have Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez losing her mind.
I think this is one of the saddest days in modern American history. This is the largest. Withdrawal and ending of healthcare in American history. 17 million people in our country, 17 million Americans in our country.
Yeah, so she's on the verge of tears there, losing her mind. It's been a big day for President Trump. President Trump has been celebrating all day, and he just made an announcement that caught everybody off guard. This announcement caught everyone off guard. Now, this is going to definitely make Democrats cry because he had an anniversary. He's celebrating the anniversary. The anniversary here is 250th anniversary of America's independence, July 4th. That's why the bill was so important to go through. He just made a huge announcement, and this one is really going to make people melt down.
I even think we're going to have a UFC fight. Does anybody watch UFC, the great day in the world? We're going to have a UFC fight. We're going to have a UFC fight. Think of this on the grounds of the White House. We have a lot of land there. We're going to build a little. We're not. Dana's going to do it. Dana's great, one of a kind. We're going to have a UFC fight, championship fight, full fight, like 20, 25,000 people. And we're going to do that as part of 250 also. We're going to have some.
Bro, there's going to be a fight at the White House. A UFC fight at the White House. You thought things wouldn't get worse for Democrats, right? You thought you would. Yo, bro, he just made the craziest announcement I've ever heard. Oh my God. A UFC fight in the White House. And the UFC actually reposted this. They reposted it on their social media pages. They're confirming that, yes, they posted President Trump making the announcement, and everybody is going wild. I mean, the first hour that this was announced, they're going to have a big fight at the White House. And Trump is going to be hosting it. This is crazy. Yo, people are losing their minds. Trump versus Elon. People are saying Trump versus a lie detector. People are not happy about this, but people are very happy about this. Some people care, some people don't. Oh my God, bro, this is crazy. Thank you so much for becoming a member of YouTube. So he just made that announcement. That announcement is already making people cry even more because a part of the 250th, you're going to have a UFC fight at the White House, and Dana White is going to be there to host it. So fireworks are going all out. Fireworks. Speaking of fireworks, there was a huge update because even CNN expert is in shambles. Now, again, Democrats are telling us that this is the end of democracy. This bill is going to end everything. And you guys know, I just asked you guys, how are we living? What's going on here? Experts in shambles over today's job reports. A lot of people don't even know that the job reports actually came in crazier than Democrats expected. Take a listen.
You expected some of this, but this is better than expected?
Yeah, Sarah, it is. Look, this jobs market is like the Energizer Bunny. Every single time we expect it to run out of steam, it just keeps going and going. So these new numbers show that the U.S. economy added 147,000 jobs in June. That was well ahead of the expectation of about 118,000, well ahead of some whispers that we heard on Wall Street of a sub 100,000 number. So this is indeed beating expectations. We were also expecting a slowdown. We did not get that. This is basically in line with May, which was revised higher. It's also good news. The unemployment rate was expected to go up. It didn't. It went down to 4.1%. That is a very healthy number.
So what's happening? What's the story here? What's really going on? Well, let's actually go here to Democrats. Democrats, hope you guys can hear me. Let me put myself on the screen again here. So Democrats apparently are boycotting July 4th. They're saying F the fireworks, do not celebrate Independence Day, do not celebrate July 4th, and flip the flags. Apparently, according to Democrats, for truly patriotic Americans, this isn't a party, it's a funeral. There is nothing to celebrate here. We shouldn't be singing right now. We should be grieving, says the Democrats. We should be mourning the country we could have had, but may never see. We should be asking ourselves, how much have we allowed democracy to die on our watch? So according to Democrats, they want to flip the flags tomorrow because of what's going on in the country. Now, again, let's be honest here, bro. What's the story? Some people say it's one of the greatest times in American history, that we have some of the greatest things happening. And then the other side are saying that democracy is over. Democracy is done. America is heading down the drain. Things are going really, really bad. But when you listen to what's really going on, let's take a look.
Here are some things that have happened. Gas prices down. Economic indicators are decent. Brand new job report shows that's much better than expected. And border crossings are down. And now Trump's mega spending bill looks like it's going to be passed by Republicans. How do you Democrats fight back with the wins that Trump can tout?
Well, it depends on how you define wins, Sarah.
Here are some things that have happened. Gas prices down.
You heard what she just said? Did you hear what she just said? It depends on what you measure as wins. So again, I just like you guys, I get very confused. I get very, very confused. CNN is even confused because it's like they want to celebrate this, but that they can't.
This could not be a bigger deal for President Trump and for this administration. They believe that this bill really encapsulates everything President Trump wants to do with his agenda, that his legacy is going to be sealed in some of the items that are in this bill. And that's why it was so important to President Trump to get this across the finish line. It has been something that has been weighing on the White House as they have been negotiating, having conversations, courting House members for months. I mean, I was told 2 days ago that they felt like they had these month-long relationships with House members, that they've been trying to address their problems for some time now. Now, the other.
How do you guys feel about this, right? So the bill is the new hoax, right? At first it was Palestine. Second was, give me the hoaxes. Let's count the hoax. I'm having a blank here. There were so many things that we should worry about. It was Project 2025 before the election. Remember, we can't choose Trump because of Project 2025. Let's see. Then Trump got elected. Then it was ICE. Then it was the war. There's just so many. It just constantly over and over and over of things that we should be worried about that are gonna happen. But then you move forward and you live and nothing. Oh, Doge, the Doge protest. Clint, thank you so much. How can I forget the Doge protest? The Doge protest was actually some of the craziest ones because they were blowing up the Teslas. They were going crazy with the Doge protest. So we got that, the Doge protest. What else? Man, it was like 1,000 things, and now it's the bill. And what's next? The UFC fight? Is that what's probably going to be next? So Trump going to have the UFC fight. That's going to be crazy. All right, before I leave this live stream, I do got to say something big happened that a lot of people are not talking about. Now, you guys obviously know the Trump administration is doing a lot of research. Now, we still don't have the Epstein files. There's still a lot of things wrong, but I will say this. Obama's Trump-Russia collusion report was corrupt from the start, CIA review. Now, John Ratcliffe, which is Trump's CIA, the head of the CIA, actually did, again, are there any arrests that are going to come out of here? I don't know. Let's see. A bombshell new CIA review of Obama's administration's spy agency's assessment that Russia interfered in the 2016 presidential election to help Donald Trump was deliberately corrupted by then CIA Director John Brennan, FBI Director James Comey, and Director of National Intelligence James Clapper, who were excessively involved in the drafting of this and rushed in completion a chaotic, atypical, and marked unconventional process that raised questions of a potential political motive. So John Ratcliffe, apparently, he was doing a whole, he basically did a whole investigation, obviously, now that he's head of the FBI, head of the CIA. And are there going to be any investigations, any arrests? I don't know, but there should be, if you know that for a fact, this stuff was a lie from the beginning. Further, Brennan's decision to include the discredited Steele dossier over the objections that the CIA's most senior Russia experts undermined the credibility of his assessment. The Tradecraft review of the 2016 Intelligence Community Assessment, ICA, on Russian election interference was conducted by career professionals at CIA's Directorate of Analysis and was commissioned by CIA Director John Ratcliffe in May, which just passed. So this is all the paperwork. Why is there no investigations into this? Why is there no arrest? You have all the proof that these things were messed with. So I think it's pretty crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody got to get arrested over the fact that this guy right here literally lied from the start that there was corruption, from the 2016 election, that Russia was somewhat, involved in this. All right, last video I'm going to show before I end this live stream. Happy July 4th, everybody. July 4th is pretty much here. We're here right now. Here we go. So apparently during Jeffrey's speech, these Democrats, because they're all so old, shout out to the older folks, but come on, these people have been in Congress forever. They were falling asleep during his speech.
Members of House Democratic leadership, thankful for the leaders of every single committee who's been battling hard to push back against the cruelty that is in this one big ugly bill. Thankful.
Oh my God, they're all falling asleep, bro.
For the leadership of Richie Neal. Thankful for the leadership of Frank Pallone. Thankful for the leadership of Brendan Boyle. Thankful for the leadership of Angie Craig.
Yo, she's knocked out, dog. Yo, bro. She's just knocked out. She's been knocked out for 30 seconds.
For the leadership, the principal leadership of every single member of the House Democratic Caucus.
Yo, so this person's knocked out and this woman is knocked out while he was giving his speeches, and now she's almost falling asleep here.
But above all else,
Bro, he was yapping for that long that they just all like just fell asleep. They kept changing the people out behind them. Yeah, I heard, because they were all like tired and falling asleep. And bro, she was knocked out. Like she was gone. Oh yeah, for those who don't know, yes, Trump again. I did want to show this. This is going to be big. This is a bigger deal than a lot of people even realize. This is going to be so insane. You want to know about Democrats melting down? President Trump announces there is going to be a UFC fight on the lawn of the White House for America's 250th birthday. Do we know who's fighting? And how did we, like, I'm just now finding this out. I had no idea. Like he just announced it. So we're going to see who's fighting tomorrow in the White House. It's giving, you know what this is giving? Gladiator vibes. Gladiator vibes, man. That's what this is giving. Gotta be. I might have to fly out to DC for this, man. I gotta see what's going on.